Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How are you doing? It's Murphy from Porky's Corner. The biggest god in the sport. We say the things on here that nobody dare say. Ain't that right, Sam Jones? Hey, Sunday morning. It's easy like Sunday morning. Graft to do. Right, here we go. What's been happening in the last 24 hours? Who do we need to rinse? Right. I see Chantel Cameron's calling out Katie Taylor. That didn't take long, did it? Hey? Once it's settled in regarding money and where they go from now, we can only go Katie Taylor, can't they, for money? She's money, isn't she? End of in the division. Hashtag follow the money. It's a business. That's why Jamie Moore came out hula hooping the whole event. Now, we can't say hula hooping. That's a bit harsh, isn't it, for Jamie Moore? So I'm a Jamie Moore fan, the fighter's fighter. Playing the game's the word, isn't it? Playing the game. Look, we all know what we saw, don't we? Let's say it's not the judge's fault, but the referee was shocking, wasn't he? Headbutts galore, that knockdown. We can go on all day, can't we? Holding, everything we're against her. They're going to need a British referee in the third fight. I think that would be fair. Don't let them have a foreign one, because these foreign ones, they love coming abroad. This is what people don't understand about boxing. The promoter pays for everything. I know, because I've seen it firsthand for years. I've seen these foreign referees come over and judges and that. I know what they're about. It's all nice, isn't it, to be flown into another country. Oh, this is nice. Lovely jubbly, and we're all on bubbly. That's what happens with these judges. Hotels, ferried about. They get ferried about. Eat what you want, drink what you want. Room service, not a problem. You want to take towels home, dressing gowns, be my guest. It's easy to like somebody that's supplying all that, isn't it? You want to come back, wouldn't you? Humans are creatures of habit, aren't they? So I think it'd be best off if, I'm not so much bothered about judges, but if they had a strong referee, I think it's a different fight. It was always going to be a trilogy. Always going to be a trilogy, that one. We called it, me and Julian McGowan and Terry. That's where the money is. Hashtag follow the money. It's about money. Remember that Imelda on Grange Hill? I want your money. Remember Imelda with Rod Stewart haircut? Bully Imelda, the female gripper. A little joke there for Julian. So, Chantel Cameron, got back foot now, no belts. I didn't even know if she got a rematch for the third one. I don't know, but you've got to go back to Ireland, love, I'm afraid, a third time. So, go back there with a mindset that you're going to stop her and let them hands go. All right? So, good luck to Chantel Cameron. I'm Team Chantel Cameron. I like her, and like I said, I thought she got a raw deal, but let's move on now. Did anybody see the interview that Eddie Hills did? Is it Boxing Social? I forget. Eddie, I'm getting worried about you. That's the worst touch-up on your head I've ever seen. Every time you went like that, look a seat bit in middle. You look like Jim Smith, ex-Derby manager. Old Smithy. Well, you will in another couple of years if you don't get something sorted. Take it back to Maury's and get a refund. Pop, pop, bang. The IBF are being a bit awkward, aren't they, with Jay Opatia with that Day of Reckoning show. So it looks like that belt will be free now, doesn't it? Maybe Callum Johnson might be able to get it mixed with a couple of wins. Hopefully, but he's got the Ring Magazine belt, Jay Opatia, and so it's not end at world, and he is considered the man at £200 until he fights Callum Johnson. So It is what it is. Crusher Ben. It's getting boring now, the Crusher Ben situation. We've even got jug ears and HORSECOCK. They've now got a YouTube channel. Everybody should go and follow it and watch it. I think it's called The First Bell YouTube or something like that. I watched half of it. There's HORSECOCK sat there with a brandy. And Spencer sat there giving it all that. What were going on there? Pop, pop, bang. But they both spoke well. They both spoke well for what I saw of it. And what's happened to HORSECOCK at the moment? What's happened to him? He's talking sense. When he was surrounded by Eddie Hills, the 6-0 Iceman from Billericay, 4 by way off. And Bean! Runner bean, could have been, should have been, never been, baked bean, creepy bean, beanie. Rumpelstiltskin, we're on to you. There's the respect. When Johnny was surrounded by them, old HORSECOCK, he used to chat knackers day in, day out. But now he's blossoming. And I hope that's because of people like me that keep putting it on him. Because you don't get to have a 7-year reign as a world champion like HORSECOCK, do you? If you don't know your boxing. And he's now talking sense. Johnny, keep it up. But like I've said before, and I'll say it again, Johnny. When the ice breaks, I'll be waiting. So the Crusher Ben carry on, the scientific proof. He showed it Simon Jordan. Oh, he's told him about it. So Simon Jordan's running around like a headless cock that he is, saying, I believe he's innocent. Well, it's no good just telling him about it. We all want to hear it or see it. Show us the evidence. That's all we want. Show us. Jesus. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Just show us it. Because it's getting boring now. It's boring. Oh. But I'm just having to react what's out there. It's even boring in my household at the moment. When my kids are there, they're like, oh, Dad, not Crusher again. I'm afraid it's Crushinator time. There's hammer time, hawk time, and Crusher time. So, but does anybody really respect Judge Jordan now? I mean, he was like a hero at the beginning, a breath of fresh air. I want to get involved in boxing. I think I'm going to do something down the line. What are you doing? You're conforming. That's what you're doing. You're conforming to the establishment. You were supposed to be anti-establishment, Judge Jordan. You were like the Simon Cowell of boxing. You had a platform. Look what you've done now. That's what you've done now. Judge Jordan, you're an embarrassment, eh? You see, what's happened is Bricktop and the Gypsy King, they've got rid of TalkSport and they're not allowed to cover the Gypsy King's events. That's their choice, isn't it? So Eddie Hills, the 6-0 Iceman, seen a chink in armour. So he's thought, well, we'll pal them up. Instead of them having a go at us, we'll pal them up. So that's where they're at, innit? The Gad has already been silenced. Has everybody noticed of late? The silence from the Gad. You're thinking of that Saudi money. You don't want to upset anybody, do you, Gad? Like Julian said, and I said, no, and he's gone. I'm telling you, every man for himself. People are going to do what's best for them. That's right. People are going to do what's best for them. Oh. So the Gad's been silenced. Ebony Bridges got flogged over 10 rounds. Never won a round. I think judges get her 1 round, did they? She never won a round. Bashed up. Gimmick. Right? Scrubber. Behaving like a scrubber. Can you imagine a maths teacher at school? She's a maths teacher at school. Can you imagine everybody in class listening to that? Behaving like a scrubber. Acted humble in defeat. Wow. She weren't humble at the weigh-in, was she? Hey? Running around in a G-string, shaking a booty, a saggy booty. Not good. Not good. Get your teeth done, Ebony, if you want to be a model. You might get that lingerie contract that you got knocked back on then. It's all right getting freebies, but they didn't want you to sign the contract, did they? Because big companies like that, they don't want to be involved with people that act like scrubbers, you viewer. So you got beat. Dave Caldwell took another L. So he's had an L with Jordan Gill. He's left. That's an L. Blubbering on Box Nation, but that's for his own ends because we know what's coming now, don't we? Oh, what's coming for him? Oh God, there'll be more than tears when that all comes out. We've already seen one from EIS. He's just been charged, hasn't he? It's coming, so get ready. Things like that take time. It is what it is. Dylan White lost on Dave Caldwell's watch, didn't he? Look, point is this. These trainers, these go-to TV trainers, I call them, people in the mix. You need to go to him because he's aligned with this promoter. What is that all about? What if I were best mates with Eddie Hills, the 6-0 Iceman from Billericay, 4 by way off? What if I were besties with him and I managed to blag a trainer's license? And Eddie said, you got to go to Forky if you want to get on my shows. Fighters feel like they'd have to do that, don't they? In-house trainers, I call them. Well, look what's happened. Out of depth. Out of her depth. Didn't work out for Dylan White. He got put on button moon by Povetkin with Penfold in corner. Same with her. She never won a round. Jordan Gill's gone. Who's he got left now? Opie Price. Food banks for you before basic regime. Remember, I forgot. I don't forget. I have a long memory sending people down here to see me. Naughty, naughty! Oh, it is what it is, isn't it? Devin Haney. Can you put Devin Haney at pound for pounds now? Usyk. Any order. Usyk, I know you. Tank Davis. You'd have Tank in there, wouldn't you? Devin Haney. Could you put Sonny Edwards in top 10? If Sonny Edwards beats Bam Rodriguez, he's top 10 pound for pound. He hasn't failed the dope test, so he's getting my list. Oh, so I look at it. Would you put Jay Opatia in top 10? No, because it's cruiserweight division and it's shite. Speaking of shiteness, Lawrence Okoli. I'm hearing he's took step aside and all that. God. He's that bad they don't even want to put him on a show. We'll pay you not to fight. That's how I look at it. I always look at other side of coin. And that's what you've got to do when you're dealing with vagabonds, charlatans, and born liars that can't lie straight in bed. 90% of them. Let me tell you, 90% of them. So it is what it is. Which brings me to the abuse that I woke up to this morning regarding Nigel Benn. I said Nigel Benn loses against the Cobra. There was a kid in the comment section who mentioned that could I explain it a bit better that Eubank and Nigel Benn weren't washed up when they fought Collins. If they'd have won, nobody would have mentioned them being washed up. That's the first point I always look at. Remember, always flick the coin and look at the other side. The second point is Chris Eubank was 29 when he fought Collins, 29-year-old. Right. He had 8 more fights at top level after he fought Collins the first time. 8 more fights. 8 more camps. So he's hardly washed up, is he? He's fighting 8 more times. They signed a medical an hour before the fight to say, I'm fit to fight. He made weight in all of them. So he's hardly washed up, is he? 8 more fights. 29-year-old? No. If he'd beat Collins, first time in Ireland, nobody had been talking about washed up. That's just an excuse. Now, Ben, First time he fought Collins, he was 32. Second time he fought Collins, I think he was 32. Hardly washed up, is it? If he don't want to live the life, oh, we're taking ecstasy and smoking weed and fags, all that nonsense. If he don't want to live the life, that's his business. He was making a comeback 25 years later, wasn't he? Saying I'm stronger, faster, quicker than a speeding bullet. So no, I'm not having that washed up knackers. Quitting both fights. Eubank went out on his shield. Ben didn't. Are you telling me you could put him with Carl Froch? Listen, when Ben and Eubank at that particular time were riding high with the belts and that, Robin Reed and Calzaghe were hot on the tails, right? Pair of them. They didn't want to fight them then, did they? Yeah, Eubank forced him down the line because he had no choice. 40 minutes, I was there. Sheffield Arena. They didn't want to fight him then, though, did they? Do you know what I mean? So the next gen guys didn't want to fight him then. Eubank wanted a payday, didn't he? But Ben didn't want to know about that next gen. George Groves was next gen, wasn't he? Froch fought him twice. Age 36. I think he was a 5 week before he was 37. Second time he fought him, 4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks before he was 37-year-old. He had 10 years on Groves. 10 years older. Ben didn't fancy that, did he? He didn't want that next gen. So Carl Froch went, I'll see him. Groves. Iced him twice. 17 unanswered punches, slumped in Howard Foster's arms. Kept in hospital with a concussion all night. Can you imagine Cobra putting it on him? Finishing like a steam train them last 3.5 rounds. Groves might not even be here to tell the tale. Touch wood. I'm glad that Groves fought Froch, though, because it showed that Froch takes on all comers, and he would have lit Nigel Benn up like a spliff. He'd have smoked him. Jesus. No quitting the Cobra. Watson done him with a jab. People going on about Watson not lumps on each other. No. Ben didn't knock lumps out Watson. He got schooled. Collapsed in 6th round one. It was embarrassing. Telling me he could have held them Cobra shots. He couldn't have held them Cobra shots. Would have got iced. Would have got sent to button moon. Look at the man's CV. Put some respect on it. Nigel Benn beats the Cobra. Best win, Gerald McClellan. We all know about that one, don't we? No, you're going to believe in the Dark Destroyer. Oh, Nigel, a drug test. Oh, fainted. Lenny McLean and Essex boys carried him away, got him out of arena, didn't they? There were no drug tests for our Nigel. Yeah, puff. You know what I mean? This is what it is, isn't it? We all know what went on. That's his best win. He should have been stopped it first, but hey ho. So that's about it, really. So, okie dokie. So, peace out. Keep on trucking. Keep supporting boxing. Don't have nightmares. That goes for you too, Sam Jones. Oh, Simon Jordan, hey, Judge Jordan. With his secret meetings with Crusher Ben and his secret phone calls to Robert Smith. Yeah, he's like Mike Hammer, isn't he? Mickey Spillane's Mike Hammer. The man on the scene, Detective Judge Jordan. Hey. So Eddie's palled him up now. So which side of the fence is Simon Jordan now? Or does he like to play both? You can't be in two camps. You one or other. I think you've let your colleagues down at TalkSport, and I think that TalkSport should get rid of you. You're a loudmouth. It's a bit cringe coming from me, isn't it? But you're a loudmouth, but you're not backing it up. You don't know what you're on about. You don't understand boxing. You understand mobile phones and football. Stay in your lane. All right. Tom and Nikita. Congratulations on Baby Ray. I can't remember if I forgot to mention that other day because I'm knocking on a bit now. All right. Get them shitty nappies cleaned up every day. Do what I did with my twins. Get a pallet of nappies and a pallet of wipes. Saves you going out in middle at night to petrol stations. Go on, peace out. We get some training done now. Get it over and done with. With the back and biceps. Peace out.